lovely. Okay, so we can do our warm-up, sitting on the ball, and our usual workout. Lovely. So let's have our feet hip width apart, and we're trying to have a nice 90-degree angle with the knees, and we're pulling up nice and tall. So we've got our ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. And let's just take a few breaths in here, just getting ourselves steady on the ball. In fact, we can have a little bounce because it's good for the spine, just to sort of compress the disc just a little bit. Less is more really with this, it's just gentle. Nice deep breath in for the nose and out through the mouth. And really, as you're breathing in, feel your ribs expand. As you're breathing out, feel that you're just giving everything a little squeeze. Lovely, and let's release and just come to being still. Let's breathe in, lift the chin, and then breathe out, lengthen the back of the neck, tuck that chin in, just feeling a stretch, draw the shoulders down, and then breathe in, lift the chin, breathe out, and really squeeze a little bit on the out breath, drawing the tummy back towards the spine and the pelvic floor, squeeze that, and lift the chest as well a little bit. And down. We can add some arms. Let the arms come up, rib cage lifts up, and then down. And lift. And down. And lift. One more. Lovely. Back to centre. Let's have a little circle with the nose. Just get some movement into this neck. Lovely. Let's change direction. Lovely, and then let's take the ear to the shoulder, draw the shoulders down, ear to the shoulder, and then change. And then change again. And then let's change sides. Last time, holding this side gently with the fingers, lengthen and feel that you're sort of grabbing your ear and lengthening your neck upwards and stretching it over as well, so it isn't just about pulling the head down, and drawing these shoulders down as well. You can take the opposite hand, flex and push that palm down to the floor. Breathe. Lovely. And then release. Let's change sides. So ear to shoulder. Again, lengthen up with the ear. Stretch. Let's push this other arm down. Lovely. Release. And then we can take the hands behind the head, and we can almost sort of feel your lengthening your head up and then just tipping it down, feeling a nice stretch. And you can reverse, you can have the hands under the chin, stretch the neck. Lovely. We'll do a little spine rotation. We'll start low and then we'll add the arms. So very gently, we're just going to twist to the side. And then the other side. And again, change sides. Pulling up nice and tall, relaxing the shoulders. Lovely. So adding on slightly, we can have the arms on the chest, so that takes away a bit of balance. So if you want to take your hands back down, just grab your legs again, otherwise rotate. Trying to keep your hips still, little squeeze with the tummy, just rotate to get a nice spine rotation. Lovely. And keeping the chin in line where the wrists are crossing, so we move the upper body and the head all as one block. Lovely. Good, I'm going to take it up again. Again, it's optional. Having the hands, try not to on the back of the head because it encourages you to pull your head forward, just to the side, and then rotate with the arms out. Again, 3 levels here, so you can have your hands crossed, or you can have your hands on your legs, just a small rotation. Squeeze back with that elbow, breathing in Breathe out, squeeze the elbow back. Breathe in, breathe out. And again, change sides. Back to centre, lovely. One last one, let's hold it. So looking behind and just hold. And then let's change sides, lovely. Lead with the shoulder, follow with the head. Lovely, a little bit of moving the waist side to side. So the feet may be a little bit wider for balance, hands on the side of the ball, and we're just gently sliding down, really gently, just to get some flexion in the spine, stretching one side slightly, crunching the waist a little bit, just very gentle. Just squeezing the tummy so we keep our balance. And then if you want to, we could take one arm up and then switch. So you've got one arm on the head, one arm reaching down. Keep this arm back. Lovely. And if you want to take it up again, you can have both hands. Again, you work at your level. Gently, gently, just gets a nice stretch. If you want to keep your hand on the ball, that's fine. And then last little bits when you want to open up the shoulders, we're going to reach and hold. So this time we hold the ball, but we just reach up and over. And we can just gently look into the eye of that elbow a little bit, keeping your arm back, just getting a nice stretch all the way down the side and the elbow and the shoulder. Lovely. And release, let's change sides. So we reach up and tip over. And then if you feel alright, looking up to the elbow, stretch. Lovely. Good, let's bring the feet back underneath us, unless you need them a bit wider. Let's roll the shoulders back. Lovely, let's roll them forwards. And then I'm going to take the hands on to the shoulders and draw some circles with the elbows, trying to bring them together and trying to squeeze them back. So really opening up these shoulders. Don't worry too much about where your hands are. And then let's roll those forwards, forward circles, one, lovely, waking up the shoulders, stretching the chest, lovely. Then can we do some full arm circles, lovely, one, squeezing the tummy to keep that balance, and nice gentle arm circles, one more, nice long in the neck, pulling up from the top of the head like an imaginary thread. Let's reverse, one, two, three, one more. Lovely, good. Okay, so a little bit for the lower back and the spine. Let's just roll around in a circle. So very gentle. So you're really gently contracting a little bit when you are in the front, because you're tucking your tailbone under, very small, and just pushing into those hips. Lovely, let's change direction. A nice release for that lower back. Lovely. And coming back to centre, good. Let's do a little bit of work for the legs. So I'm going to lift my heels up, and then I'm lifting up my toes. So just a little rock back and forth. It just wakes up the feet a little bit, giving a little bit of pushing through those, stretching the feet, stretch the toes. Lovely, keep going. Good. And then just come back to centre, lovely. So I want to take one leg up, so we're just going to lift one knee. Again, you can hold the side of the ball if you want. We're trying to pull up nice and tall, so we're just lifting one leg. and lowering. So we're trying not to take the body to the leg, but pull up tall and lift the leg. Even if it's just an inch, that's fine, it hasn't got to be high. It's challenging the balance, but it's also starting to engage these muscles a little bit, waking up these legs. Lovely, and again. Maybe we could try this with the hands off the ball, see how that feels. Lovely, really nice. And if it's more comfortable, you can always have your legs a little bit more out to the side. Again, whatever's going to work for your body. And then I might try and bring these arms in front. Lovely. Then can we take the arms up? So what I'd like to do is opposite arm to leg. So it's going to challenge the balance. So one arm, one leg, and then take it back. One arm, one leg. Again, you can just do the legs if you want. One arm, one leg. Lovely. Really nice. Trying to stay nice and tall. Opposite arm to leg. Good. One more each side. And then similar, slightly different. So one arm, one leg. Can we keep the leg where it is, but could we open up the arm? Again, just really challenging the balance. Bring the arm back and back up and leg down. Let's do the opposite leg, opposite arm, leg and arm, and just open the arm and close and release and arms down. Good, well done. Give those legs a little rub. Good, well done. So little bit of, instead of doing squats against the wall, similar but not against the wall. So what I'm going to do is roll off the ball so my bottom comes down to the floor and I'm sort of supported with the ball on my back. And then what I want to be able to do is lift up so that I'm flat and then go back down again and lift up. So you can have your hands here. If you want to support your head, you can. And you can lean back a little bit as well if you want to as well. So you're more flat, making sure the ball is supporting your shoulders. So the ball isn't really on the lower back or the bottom. And you're just, it's like doing a wall squat, but you're just doing it in this position instead. So squeeze your bottom and then let it relax. So just supporting the head. Squeeze and relax. And again, squeeze. Nice and gentle. Breathe in as you lower. Lovely. Breathe out as you lift. Breathe in. And out. And then the next one we'll hold it up. And just small pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 4 more. 4. Release, squeeze the bum, work those hamstrings. 3, 2, and 1. Then I'm going to roll back down and then shuffle myself down so my head is on the ball and I'm opening up the chest. So you could open up your arms and you're just stretching out your chest. And you can sort of lean back over that ball as much as you're comfortable with. Just getting a nice stretch. Again, if that's too much, just support the head slightly. It's just a nice upper back stretch, stretching the chest. Lovely. And let's take the hands to the head. Let's get the head up first. It's quite heavy. Lovely. And then we bring ourselves up. Okay. So I want to do a little bit of upper body work. Our arms aren't going to be flat on the floor, so we don't need to warm the wrists up too much, but we will get them a little bit warm. So give them a little circle. And then I'm going to have my ball where I can put it on something. I'm going to use my can't remember what word for that is. Drawers, set of drawers. You can use a wall. I just unpull the face so I can see you, but by all means, that's fine. And we're going to be doing some push-ups, but we're sort of doing them on the knees. So what we want to do, or even if you have it on your sofa and have the sofa behind you and that there, so if you have it too high, you might arch your back, which we don't want. So if it's here, it's almost like you're doing a push-up, but you're going to hold the side of the ball and you're leaning down towards it. So you can work the upper body, but you're not putting too much stress on the wrist, okay? Lovely. Keeping your neck nice and long. Try not to let your head drop in. Squeeze the tummy. And if anything, think of tucking under slightly. And just a little tiny squeeze in that tummy area. Neck is long, so you're looking down at the ball, but without dropping it. That's it. Really nice. Further away your knees are, the more strain it is on the back and the tummy. So just nice and gentle, not too far away. Lovely. Let's take it a little bit slower. So we go down for 2 and up for 2. So you're almost sort of holding it there. So the ball is wobbly, so it's really challenging the stabilisation of those shoulders. Shoulders back and down. Again, squeeze for 2. Squeeze and lift. 2 more. Squeeze the tummy. Down. Squeeze. Lift. Let's do 1 more. Lovely stuff. Good. Let's stretch these shoulders out. So I'm going to tuck my feet under and I'm going to sort of use the ball to do a down dog on. So I'm just stretching forward, stretching out the legs. We can have a little bend of those legs if it's too tight. And we're just rolling the ball forward. You can take the weight into your fronts of your feet and then come back round and lift up. And then reach forwards. Lovely. Round the back. Lift up. Reach forward and hold here. Make sure your feet are nice and wide, and we can just do some squats very gently. Squat down, bend the legs, and then straighten. So we just try and get right into those hamstrings. Looking straight down at the floor, bend, and straighten. Lovely, bend. That's it, so hold the hands on the ball and then just bend the legs down and straighten the legs. So you sort of hold the down dog and just have a little squat and lift. Wonderful, that's it. One more. And just hold in here. Good. Coming up, going to take the down to the knees. Similar exercise. Bit like the cat stretch. Feet relaxed, roll forwards and then pull the ball towards you, round the back, tuck the tailbone under and come up. So it's kind of just like the cat stretch that we do like this, but we're doing it on the ball. So you're using the ball to open the arms, arch the back as much as you're comfortable with, and then round and lift up. Breathe in forward, breathe out. Lovely, and again, breathe in. This time I'm going to take the bottom down towards the heels and just gently relax forwards. Open the knees so you've got space for your bump. And we can gently lean over to one side, to your right, to your left even. And then we can change sides. Lovely. Good. Let's have a little roll of the shoulders, just stretch those chest back a little bit. On its own. Okay, so I want to do a little bit of work for the back. So we're going to come onto the knees. We're going to take 1 foot forward, and you can almost lean into that leg a little bit. So your bump's got plenty of room, but you've got your leg here for a bit of support. So simply, I just want to take your arms, so it's kind of what we would do on the floor. We're just going to be reaching up and then pulling those arms, elbows back, reach up and back, and back, reach and back. So you've got a nice long neck and you're supported, but you don't want to collapse into it. So just having your leg here, just leaning forwards and back, and reach and back. Lovely. If you want to add a bit of weight, you can use the ball. Same thing. So you reach up, obviously bring it in front of you instead of back. Reach up, squeeze the ball. Reach up, squeeze, reach up, keep that neck in, squeeze one more. Really feel that in the back. Lovely. Let's change legs. So knees back in. This leg here, and we're just going to start with the arms, reaching up, squeeze back, reaching up, squeeze it back. Keep reaching, and then we're going to change it so that we can use the ball. Instead of reaching, we can grab the ball, reach it up, squeeze in front of the chest, reach it up, squeeze it down, reach up, squeeze, up, squeeze, 2 more, last one, lovely. I'm going to sit on the floor, so I'm going to sit on my bum and then take my bum towards the ball, so my feet are this side, so my feet are to my right, the ball is on my left, and just really gently, I'm just going to use one arm to reach and come back up. So it's just a nice sort of way of reaching, lengthening, stretching. That's it. We can add this upper arm over the top. Reach and back. Reach and back. Lovely. Reach and back. Let's reach and hold. Reach. 2, 3, 4. Release. Good. Let's switch sides. So I'm on my knees, the ball is to the right, that way, feet that way. Making sure I've got room. And just gently start to reach the ball to get a nice stretch and opening under here and back. Lovely. Reach and back. Then let's add that upper arm. Reach over and back. Reach and back. Using the breath, breathing in and out. One more, hold and release. Lovely. Okay, another one on the knees, and again this is a little bit for our legs. So let's do a little stretch first. So I'm just going to have my hands on my back, push my hips forward, and I just can lift the chest, push your hips forward, your legs forward, so you just get a nice stretch, but you're supporting your back with your hands. And release gently. Lovely. So we're going to hold the ball and we're going to lean back in one block. So my head to my knees is one line, so there's no bending. So we just lean back and then come back forward. So you're going to feel this in your legs. Lean back, shoulders relaxed. And back up again. Lovely. Breathe. Coming forward. And back. Squeeze the ball with the arms a little bit if you want. Add some work. Lovely, back. When we come forward, we could take those arms up if you wanted to. Squeeze the ball, stretch the arms back and up. Quite a lot of shoulder work going on there, back and up. 2 more, back and up. Let's do 1 more, and then I'm going to add a little twist. So we're just going to bring the arms in front of us, come back slightly, twist to the right, come to the centre, to the left, very gentle, to the right, to the left. Let's do once more each time. And then coming up. Oh, well done. Let's sit back. Just have a little stretch around that lower back. Okay, so a little bit for just opening up the hips without the ball for a moment. So I'm going to be on my elbows. And we want to have the head so you're looking down, so you haven't got a crick in the neck, looking almost straight down. And I'm going to have the knee, and I'm going to take it round to the side and then cross it behind. And without sort of too much hip movement, everything's still, just bring your knee out as much as you can and then cross the legs. Lovely. Knee out. So you're trying to knee the back of your arm, just getting that knee, so we're getting a nice opening in the hip, challenging the shoulders, challenging the hip flexibility and rotation. So it's like we're drawing a sort of rainbow with your knee, starting here, up and round. And the end of the rainbow is on the floor by your knee. Lovely. Keep your tummy, just a little squeeze. 2 more here. 1 more. Lovely. So have a little stretch, release in between, knees open, gently sit back. Wonderful. Let's come up and do the other side. So shoulders right underneath your elbows, away from the ears, neck is long, lifting up the other knee and take it out towards the arm and then cross it down behind. Out towards the arm. Nice steady movement, breathing, giving your pelvic floor a little squeeze, your tummy a little squeeze. And behind. Lovely. 4 more. 3. 2 more. 1 more. And again, let's just sit back and relax. Lovely. Okay. So I want to go onto our side, so we're not going to use the ball for a moment. I'm going to lie on the length of the back of the mat with my palm facing up. And I'm going to lie on my arm so I'm nice and lengthened. And then my feet, pick them up and bring them to the corner of the front of the mat. Just so you're slightly bent so that you're not going to roll forwards. If you feel you're going to roll forwards, just bring your feet even more. Well, we should be okay at this angle. So your hips are at the back of the mat, your feet are at the front. Relax the neck. And we're trying to just squeeze here, not roll forward, just hold ourselves here. And stack the hips right on top of hip, knee on top of knee, ankle on top of ankle. Let's just lift this top leg, lift. And lower, lovely. You can have your hands in front if you want, but fingertips only. Lovely, good. That's it, lift. Feel that leg lengthening. And feel the waist that's on the floor, so your side of you that's lying down is trying to pull up because the floor is hot. Lovely. Okay, can we lift both feet very gently? Lift both feet and lower. I tend to find if I bring the feet back a little bit, it's a bit more straight. It's very small. We're literally working these muscles in the waist. If you're not sure, you can always put your hand like that and you'll feel those muscles. It's a small, small lift. It just really is nice for the back muscles here, the legs, the waist, working everything lovely. Can we hold both legs up and just lift and lower the top? If not, both on the floor and continue lifting and lowering. If you can, just get both feet off an inch and then lift and lower the top. So we're balancing, nothing is moving except for the leg, and we're having to get the core to help us balance. That's what this exercise is. Working this waist here, a little bit into the leg. Lovely, let's do 2 more. Last one, wonderful. Bring those knees in just diagonally, so they're not quite at a 90-degree angle, they're kind of about 45. And we're going to do the hip opener, or the clam, or the oyster, and just opening and closing. That's it, lovely. Without any rolling back, so we keep the hips firmly forwards, just opening and closing, working this glute muscle. Also a bit of mobility in the hips without overstretching. Wonderful. So this is the base move. This is where we start. I'm just going to keep on building to this, but you can always come back to this one. 2 more. Lovely. Okay, coming up onto the elbow. And we want the elbow right underneath the shoulder, so we don't lean into it or we don't go the other way. And the tummy here, we want to, rather than be collapsed, try and lift it up. So we're squeezing and lifting here, the shoulders nice and strong, neck is relaxed, and continue with the opening and closing of that knee. So it's a different position. You can stay lying down or you can stay here. So I want to add an arm, and the arm is to try and throw us off balance, and we're keeping the body still. So arm opens, but don't let yourself roll back. And close. And open. You can follow the hand with your head if that's comfortable and it isn't going to pull you over. Or keep your head facing forward, or if it's more comfortable on the neck, just look down. And just feel that your hand and your knees connected, so you open at the same time. Hold and close gently. Wonderful. I'm going to start adding on. So this arm that's at the top, when we come down, thread it through underneath your elbow or your armpit like it's a threading a needle. That's it. Open up. Breathe in. Squeeze the tummy. Breathe out. So you've got lots of room to rotate. Really nice to get rotation in the upper back, in the chest, in this spine, also working the waist, the hips, lots going on. Try and think of using breath. It's a really nice fluid movement, moving with the body. Breathe out. One more here, and then I'm going to move up another level. Again, you can stick with this one, but what I'm going to do is lift the hips off the floor. So we're lifted and then continue. Still strong shoulders, open up. Not so many of these, and tuck under. And open. And under. So really challenging the core and the shoulder and the waist. Open and under. 3 more. Open and under. And 2. And 1. Lovely. Let's release down. Gently, the hand that you've been lying on, the elbow you're working on, just push yourself up. Grab the knees to the other foot and just take this arm up and over and just relax for a moment. Get a nice stretch down the side you've worked. Lovely. Whilst we're here, bring your back leg just in front, so you've just cross-legged. And I'm just going to take this arm and just have a little tricep stretch, just to stretch that arm out. And also hand down and reach up and over. So it's a really nice stretch all into that hip and the back. Wonderful. Let's change ends. So I'll have my head this end. Move that out of the way. So feet on top of feet, hips on top of hips, knees on top of knees, palm facing up, lying down, and I'm going to bring my feet forward to the front of the mat. Try and pull up under here, squeeze in the tummy, lengthen the neck so the nose is in line with the belly button. Gently lift and lower that top leg, lift and lower, and lift and lower. Lovely. Try not to grip with the underneath foot, let it relax, lift and lower. The body is staying still, we're just moving that leg. Lovely. Let's see if we can lift both legs very gently. Lift the legs and lower. And again, it's only a few inches. Lift the leg. Lift and lower. And this is where I can really feel it in the back. Those muscles in the back. That's lifting. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lovely. Lift. Can we lift both legs? Hold here, just lift and lower the top. Otherwise, keep that underneath leg on the floor. Just go back to lifting and lowering one. Breathing into it. So tension in that leg, tension in the back, tension in the waist, squeeze the tummy. Squeeze that pelvic floor as well. Give that little squeeze as you're lifting. Do 3 more here. Wonderful, last one, relax. So again, bringing the knees halfway in, and we're going to open up this top leg. So making sure the weight's really leaning down forwards, and open and close the knee for the climb. Lovely, open and close. Again, it's really working on turning out the hips, and it's this glute muscle here that is working to open that leg. Really important to have nice strong glutes. Giving your tummy a little squeeze as well. Lovely, let's do 4 more of these. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Lovely, so we're going to take it up to the next level. We're going to lift up onto that elbow. And again, I want to lift up here, so I'm nice and lengthened and open. And close, elbow straight underneath the shoulder. And again, if you need to at any time, just lie back down, have a rest, join in again, open and close, keeping it very much forward so we don't rotate. Let's add the arm, open. Arm and knee move together, they're connected. Add the head if you want. Again, work with your body. Nice and slow, nice and gentle. Breathe. Breathe out. Try and let your breath be the length of your movement. Also, this sort of breathing is going to be good for you when you're having the baby. You want to get nice deep breaths in, breathing out, keep it controlled. You can perhaps think of doing this over and over again when you're in labour, so just take your mind off what you're doing, just imagining these opening and closing. Let's tuck through, twist and open and tuck through and open. Two more, and then we're going to take it up the level again for the last time. Lovely. So we're going to lift the hips up, knees on the floor, and open and thread through. Just 6 of these. Breathe in, open, breathe out, breathe in, open, Really feeling it in that shoulder. 3 more. 2. 1 more. Wonderful. Release down. Push on this hand. Grab the legs and just reach up an arm over the one you've been working. Lovely. Ooh, let's bring this other leg round. So we're cross-legged. Take the arm down the back, tricep stretch. I'm going to do a little hip stretch here as well before we do a little bit of abdominals. Let's take the hand down, reach up and over. Lovely. And release. Good. So whichever leg you've got crossed in front, that's fine, leave it there. We're going to swap after we've done this stretch, so whichever one it is, it's fine. I'm going to try and separate the legs a bit, purely because we're going to lean forward, and when you do, I find my legs squash. So here with the legs, if that's not happy for your knees, just take the feet out into second. Otherwise, a little bit of separation, lift up tall, and I'm just very gently going to lean forward slightly and see how that feels. Hands here for support. And just slowly sort of hinging from the hips, just coming forward, feeling the stretch all around the back. Again, just whatever works for your body, is going as far as you're comfortable with. Breathing into it. And just take yourself over to one side, one knee. And then gently change. Let's gently come up, let's switch the legs round. So whichever one you had in front, swap it over. Pull up tall, and then we're gently going to come forward. Seeing how that feels. Again, open the feet if that's not comfortable on the knees. Gently into it, because you get a lot more flexible in your hips when you're pregnant, so we just want to be careful going into things slowly. And let's take the body over to one side. And gently the other side. Lovely. Okay, we'll do some real quick little bits for the abdominals. So I'm going to lean on the elbows. And we can use the ball for this. We're going to have the feet on the ball. And then we're going to push the feet and bring them in. So it's very gently, just working your lower abdominals, not too much stress. And then maybe we could take one foot off. So we've got one leg in the air and we're just holding one leg in the air, moving one leg in and out. Could we kick this other leg up and down, just gently. Bit of a stretch in the legs, but using those lower abdominals as well. Lovely. Let's put both feet back on the ball. Take the other leg up into the air, same thing, straighten and pull in, lovely. And then Then if you want to, this top leg can start almost kicking up and down in sort of in sync with the ball coming in and out. Lovely. Bit of a stretch for that leg. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And then feet on the ball, open the knees, push away. So you just bring the knees in, open and push away. It's a nice little massage in the lower back, very gently working those lower abdominals. Can we reverse it? So push the knees away, round and in. Lovely. Bring them in. Have the legs on the ball rather than just the feet. And gently just take the ball to the side, very gently. Your hip will lift, that's fine. And then change. So we're just working the oblique muscles very gently. So you can go as far as you're comfortable with. Obviously it's not so you roll. You don't want to drop the knees. Just gently try and release the tension in the neck. Last time, squeeze the knees and the ankle together. Let's just hold this side, squeeze. And then change sides slowly, slowly, and just squeeze. Lovely, gently. Let's come up to sitting. And we're going to, oh lovely. Let's this time sit with the feet out, or what I'd call in second. You can have the ball nearby because we might use it to lean on. So take your right heel into your thigh. So we've sort of created a V shape. And then I'm going to have this hand, same as leg, reach up behind me. And then reach up and over. So you've got the ball to sort of lean into a little bit if you want. You can rest your head, whatever works for you. And then I'm going to turn the body to face that leg and just lean forward. So we're stretching out the hamstring. Again, you can have your leg foot flexed, whatever works for you if you can. Hands on the floor, grab the foot. Again, work at your level. Just feeling this stretch in the leg. Coming up, let's cross this foot over the leg, hands behind. I'm just going to slide the foot in towards me. I'm just going to push towards the leg a little bit, stretching out this glute that we've worked. And then just let the legs fall to the side. You can tuck that leg in underneath you. If it's uncomfortable, you can straighten it and sit up. And I'm just literally going to turn towards the bent leg. Hold that and just turn here. Just a little spine stretch. And release. Lovely. Let's switch sides. So feet open and take your other foot into the thigh. And I'm going to turn behind, same hand as leg. Have the ball there. Arm as leg, reach up and over. You've got that to lean on if you want. Reach up, that's it. And then I'm going to rotate and turn down towards the leg. And just breathe into it. One side's usually easier than the other. This side I'm much tighter, so I must focus on this side. Breathe. And release. So this leg that's here, let's cross it over. Hands down, just slide that foot in and just feel the stretch in this right hip. Lovely. And then the foot that's on top, take it down towards the floor. The leg that's in towards you, you're going to hold that leg and turn away from it. That's it. Lovely. Let's do a little bit of getting into these legs. So I'm going to be on the knees and now I'm going to step one leg forward and just gently sort of lunge into it and come back, hand on the ball. As long as we don't take this knee past the foot, we're alright. So make sure your foot's far enough forward. So just a small lunge and back. So it's a nice sort of dynamic stretch. Lunge and back. And you can go as low as you want, as long as your knees are comfortable. Lovely. Next one, I'm going to hold it and just, you can use the ball to lean on if you want for support. Keep your neck long. Coming up, so I want to do a hamstring stretch. So I'm going to bring the foot in a little bit more, get myself up on my knees, put the foot down, maybe even to the side a bit more, and then lean forward, pushing the bottom back. So we've done some hamstring stretches already, it's just a little bit more. Again, use your ball if you want to support you. If you don't want to reach the floor. Really push your bottom back, draw backwards. Feel that stretch, lovely. Let's release, let's change sides. The other leg forwards and then gently lean into it, calm back. Lean back. Breathe. And release, lovely. Really nice. Mind your knee doesn't start to go past your ankle. Sits right on top, that nice right angle. Hold in here. You can use your ball if you want to relax onto there. And then release and do the hamstring. So bringing it in a little bit and then gently when you're comfortable and then just push back. Again, you can use the ball to lean on, but it's drawing the hips backwards, stretching the front of this leg. Lovely. Good, really nice. Let's finish up sitting on the ball. You can have the feet nice and wide. So hands behind the back and let's stretch back for a nice chest stretch. Lifting the chest. And if you're comfortable, you can always lean forward. Got room. Again, your feet need to be wide. See how you feel. Might not be comfortable on your tummy. You can always stay lifted and just try and lift the arms up the back. And release. Lovely. Let's have a little roll round of these wrists. And the other way. Give them a little stretch. Stretch one. And then change. Lovely. let's take both hands, give them a stretch the other way. Then come back to centre. Let's take the hands together. Push your hands towards me, round the upper back. Let that chin just drop, stretching those shoulders. And reaching up. And reach back. Just a quick stretch for the neck. Back to centre, ear to shoulder again, lengthening up. Take this hand down. And release, let's change sides. Lift up, lengthen, lengthen up, down and stretch. Lovely. And then let's take those hands, just lengthen the neck up. And then the reverse down. And let's take a breath in to finish. Breathe in. And release. And again, breathe in. And release. One more. Little squeeze back and give yourself a clap. Thank you very much.